Welcome to another edition of Carbtastic Meals with Cha-Cha. Today, we're gonna do something. We're gonna have chicken enchiladas. I've had a lot of requests from people that seen me make this before and wanted me to make it today again. So today we're gonna make chicken enchiladas, low carb chicken enchiladas. I think the breakdown is about 8 to 9 carbs each. We're gonna take the ingredients first. First, what we're gonna use are these wraps. These wraps are amazing. It's a company called Olay. Each wrap is 4 grams of net carbs, and they're only 50 calories each. These are a game changer until I found the bread. I'm a person who doesn't like to eat sandwiches with no bread. So when I found these and you could have a wrap, it's just amazing. The bread, we'll get into it. I showed you the bread in the last video, but these are amazing. So 4 carbs for each. Sour cream has 1 carb. Cheese has no carbs. The sauce for a 1/4 cup is 5 carbs. So it breaks down to 20 carbs for the can of sauce. You're not gonna eat a whole can of it, so the breakdown is very slight. Chicken, I got a rotisserie chicken. I already took the chicken and cut it into pieces. Chicken has the no carbs. Tomato has 2 for a tomato. You're not gonna eat the whole tomato. It's per piece. Today I'm gonna put a little olives in there, another non-carb. Lettuce, no carbs. So for each individual, and you're gonna see they're pretty good sized chicken enchiladas. They're pretty filling. I usually eat 2 of them. So you're looking at about 16 to 18 carbs for dinner. So let's start. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take, we already cut the olives, so I'm gonna put my olives to the side. And then I'm just gonna cut up some lettuce, get some shredded lettuce. So I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna come here, and it's already been washed. And it depends on how much lettuce you wanna use. And get a good chop, you want it fine. Got my trusty cleaver that I love to use. My brother Vinny said, use a cleaver, not a knife. It works better, so I use it. Tomato, I'm gonna cut the tomato up. I'm gonna just chop the tomatoes, have some nice chopped tomato, and we're gonna put it together. Super simple, it tastes amazing. There's really no spices that go into it. I don't put any salt or pepper. You can put salt and pepper on the chicken. The chicken was a Publix rotisserie chicken, and it was called Mediterranean style. So I guess it was like a lemon pepper kind of thing, and with some Mediterranean spices. But I don't use the skin. I just take the chicken off the bone and I debone it and use that. So here we got the lettuce, we have the tomato, we have the olives. So now we're gonna get to the building part, which is basically rolling a burrito. So what I do first is I open my can, and this is Casa Mia. It's a really good Mexican brand. It's a red enchilada sauce. They have green and they have red. So I open the can of sauce, and I put, you're gonna see this pan. Yes, it's beat to shit. Sorry, it's beat to hell, but it's my favorite little pan because it's a great serving size. It's not gonna make me overeat. So what I do is I just take a little of this and I pour it in. What I'm gonna do, if you look, I'm just gonna get the bottom wet so we don't have any stickage for the enchiladas. Now, this is my recipe. It's a very simple recipe, but you can do whatever you want. If there's other vegetables you want to add to this or any other spices, as long as you're watching the carb count, it should be no problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the tortilla and we put it here. And how I do it is, first thing I do is I take some chicken, I roll the chicken out. I'm not cheap with the chicken because this is your protein. You need your protein. Okay. Then I take a little bit of cheese. bit of the cheese, and I put the cheese in. Okay, and I take my sour cream, give it a little shot, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of tomato, some olive. Now you could put onion in here. I don't put onion in mine, but and you just take it like this, you fold it in, and you fold it in again, and then you wrap. You keep putting this in, and you keep wrapping. Tuck, tuck, wrap, done. You take it, and you put the seam bottom down, okay? And we'll do another one. Take some chicken, protein, some lettuce, some tomato, some olive, cheese, sour cream, and wrap. And replace. And that's all you do. You keep doing it. I make 4 at a time, and 4 is usually enough. I eat 2. I know Gail could only eat 1. Then we have 1. I have 1 for lunch tomorrow or whatever, and they're delicious. Very simple, very easy. There's no rhyme or reason or order. Lettuce, tomato, olives, cheese. Usually I'm much neater than this, but for time constraints, I'm just doing it. Tomato, I've got the tomato on this one. And keep rolling, keep rolling. That's a nice fatty. Rolling a fatty. Fit, and just this last one. Let's do one more. Chicken. Lettuce. Tomato. And sour cream. Cheese, and we're having technical difficulties because I have a mountain lion that's trying to jump into the shot. I'm getting no help here. And you roll, and there you go. So now you have 4. Okay, what you're gonna do, this is what it looks like. So now here what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna wash my hands. So I'm going on day 2 with an eye infection. It's not really an eye infection. I wore my contacts too long, and my eyes are irritated, and I have to look like Clark Kent, and I hate wearing my glasses. So what we do now is, we're in the stage of preparing the sauce and the top. So this is simple. Take the sauce, you getting this? And you just pour it over. Cover it all up. Cover it all up. There's your sauce. Give it a little wiggle. Take 2 handfuls of cheese.
I have to do this again.
And there you have it. Now it's ready for the oven. So come on, let's go to the oven. So we have the oven set at 350. And what I'm gonna do is 350, we're gonna cover it for 20 minutes. So here we go. Cover it for 20 minutes, like so. And we're gonna stick it in the oven. Minutes at 350. At 20 minutes we'll come out, we'll take the lid off, and then what we'll do is we'll bake it for another 15 minutes till the top's nice bubbly and brown, and we'll come back and we'll show you what's the finished product. All right, so the timer went off and it's ready. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna take it out. Oh boy. Wait till you see these. Now tell me, do these look like, how beautiful is that, people? All right, so what I like to do is I serve them, I take them out. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I set them up. I call it the setup. So what I do is, this will be my dish. Or we'll just do the one. We'll do Gail's first. You know, sometimes, what I usually do, honestly, is I usually let it sit for a few minutes. And I usually let it sit and let it congeal. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that a cooking word I like to use? It's to congeal. And put it over here. Get a little paper towel. Is I put a little lettuce, a little tomato, now you can't tell me you're not at like Casa Frida or something like that. I take a little sour cream. And I wipe the dish. And then I usually serve it, and dinner is served. And this is Cha-Cha cheese quesadilla, cheese enchilada, excuse me. We'll get to quesadillas in another video. But these are the famous Cha-Cha cheese enchiladas. One enchilada is very filling, probably about 8 carbs total. So 2 of them, 16 carbs. If you're on a low carb diet, you're doing 50 carbs a day, 40 carbs a day. When I first started this at 260 pounds, I was doing about 12 carbs a day, and that's no joke. And so if someone wants to lose a couple of pounds, 10, 20 pounds, and you're in this range, this is fine. With the breakfast yesterday of 2 carbs for French toast, the 2-2-2 breakfast, and this, you're at 10 carbs, you know, 8 and 2, 10, and that's 2 meals. I want you to join me next time on my next video, because I'm gonna blow your mind. We're gonna do Cha-Cha's eggplant parmesan, low carb. You're not gonna miss the flavor. You're not gonna miss the crunch. It's gonna be awesome. Thanks for joining me, and stay 6 feet away and wash those hands. Peace.